Hello, Virgo. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Virgo is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It doesn't cost anything. It's totally free. And if there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Virgo, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we start off with the Knight of Cups. This, I think, is this is the act of giving and receiving love, right? This is a moment of an expression of love, right? Of kind of having your heart out there and being open and being vulnerable and expressing yourself, showing it to the world, right? Is a gift. Let's put it into some context. Let's see exactly what's going on right now. More water, deep water here. Six of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. See, I like the Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Pentacles because to me this is the wish and the fulfillment. This is the promise of fortune and fame and happy life and richness and abundance. This is it in practice, archetype and the realization, the activation of it, right? As above, so below. This is good. I like that. We have the Builder, the Prince of Pentacles. We have the Eon, Judgment, Rebirth, Reawakening. So I wonder if some passion within you is being reawakened. And that's what's in that cup. And now we're going out and we're looking to fill this cup. We're looking to both fulfill ourselves and fulfill this really, I think, deep spiritual desire. But then also offer it to the world, right? Six of Cups. That's kind of offering it, right? To the world, offering it to someone, perhaps. There's a Six of Swords. A Seven of Swords. And look at that, 6, 6, and 6. What we're trying to avoid is the 7. The 7 takes us off balance, right? Sixes, we have, this is extraordinary. I don't think we've ever had a 6, a 6, a 6, and another 6. We have all 4 of the 6s today. That does not happen. We're going to select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a really good omen for you. We're going to put Mr. Tao, the yin-yang duck, right there on top of that mystery card. We're not going to look at that until the very end, but it will tie everything together and it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any point during the reading you feel like you know what that card is, I want you to put your prediction down in the comments. Let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise, a collective exercise in intuition. All right? But first, let's look around the room here. We've got the major arcana. We've got our fire. We've got our water. We've got our air. We've got our earth. We're very balanced today, and I like that. I like that very much. It seems to me like the first, well, let's take these together. This is the big time water energy here. This is right in the middle of everything. This is you getting in touch with your true desires, right? I think it's kind of like we're rediscovering something that we really, really want in life. Maybe you're reconnecting with a childhood dream or just like a lifelong passion, a true love. And maybe it's a romantic thing for some of you, right? It could be. But when we say this true love, what is this Ace of Cups that Knight of Cups is holding? That's our true love. could be a person, could be an idea, could be an issue, a social issue. It could be a spiritual thing. It could be just a life quest. It could be falling in love with life again. It could be the dream of what you've always wanted to do, what you've always wanted to make of your life. It is the source of all happiness. Right? And I feel like you are rediscovering what that is with the Queen of Cups. Understanding, out of all the desires that you ever have on a day-to-day basis, everything that the world tells you you want, all of the surface level emotions and surface level desires, you're getting down deep into that ocean of your soul, and you're finding that one thing that you want, that you need, right? And it could be a perspective. It could be an idea, right? It doesn't mean that happiness is just found in one object. And if I can find that object, then, I'll be happy. It's a metaphor, right? That's a symbol. That's your pearl of great price. This is the one Ace of Cups that you would do anything for, that there's no price tag too great for this. Okay, it's priceless. And this is what you're going after. Now, this could be in the form of a romantic relationship, like I said. But I feel like this is you kind of taking this Ace of Cups, taking this idea, this feeling, this desire, this drive, this meaning, right? And you're offering it as a gift. You're putting it out there. You're doing it, right? And I think that's going to lead to really a tremendous breakthrough. And I think that it takes a lot of guts to do this. A lot of guts. For those of you that are in a romantic situation, this might be a Cancer type of energy in your life. But that Eon, that Judgment, that Rebirth, Reawakening card, this is, in effect, reawakening this passion in you to pursue this thing, or this person, or this idea, or whatever. Right? The meaning of your life, the purpose of your life. Kind of, you're being awakened. Between these two, I always say with the Wheel of Fortune, it's the cosmic timepiece, Spirit's wristwatch. And I always say with the Judgment card, this is like Spirit's alarm clock, right? This is the alarm. This is the trumpet right in your face. This is saying, wake up, this big opportunity is right here. And you just make the decision now to get out of bed, right? To kind of open your eyes. So these two cards together tell me that you have a real opportunity now to reconnect with your purpose and passion in life and to make a lot of progress with it, right? I mean, this is the happiness that you've always wanted. This is the harmony. This is the peace. This is the kind of almost unbelievable. It's when things look a little too clean, things look a little too sharp, a little too glistening, that you think, wait a second here, is this real? Right? All of these sixes here, the sixes are perfect beauty, perfect balance, perfect harmony. And I think that's what, in some ways, that's what we're aspiring to. That's what you're building. You are the builder of your happiness. You are the builder of your future, of your destiny. We take this meaning and purpose that we're connecting with, and we're taking it right through this. This is a difficult doorway. It's fire after all, right? So this is going to tell you to leave behind anything that's not necessary. This is a trip you have to travel light. Okay? But what you're creating is this beauty and harmony. And this is your destiny. This is your fate. The Jupiter energy behind is really the momentum of the entire universe behind you, right? This is expansiveness. This is a richness of life. This is fulfilling life, but not just, it's a circle, right? We can almost say it's a perfect circle. It's not oblong, right? There's not one part that's kind of bulging out in a certain direction. This is life that is growing equally in all directions. It's expanding every area of your life. This isn't just romance. It's not just career. It's not just creativity and passion and spirituality. It's a life reading, right? This is an enrichment of life in all areas. Everything is growing. Everything is expanding. And of course, the Prince of Pentacles shows that you are the builder of this. That you are the one with the raw materials, the one with the aspiration and the desire to take the fire from heaven and manifest it. To do what you do. Now you're reconnecting with what you're doing, with what you're meant to do. Okay. And down beneath everything, the first stop here is, I think in some ways the earth energy is both the beginning and the end. Right? It's the prima materia. We start with the earth, we go through this transformative process, and we really come back to it. This is underneath everything. Right? This is the body, this is everything in the body and the spiritual realms and everything, but it all comes back down to the physical world. Right? Kether is in Malkuth, Malkuth is in Kether, that sort of thing. This is a reflection of all of the success. This is a direct manifestation of that Wheel of Fortune. If that is the archetype, this is the activation, the realization of all of this. Okay? So this is not only a physical well-being and a physical beauty, I think. This is also a financial stability. This is the stability, really, of your place in the world, right? Of your, it's like, it's your stable position in the fabric of the world, right? So you might be finding a prominent position in life in terms of career or of, you know, your work, your employment, maybe the job that you have, or just in your, it's almost a recognition, you know. And of course, when I say beauty, we're talking external beauty, but the internal radiance. You know, you've got this radiant quality about you. And I think this is the radiance, this is the kind of sparkle of your eye, of someone who knows what their destiny and purpose is and now has this, you know, if you got that look in your eye again. You know, people might say that to you on occasion. But the first stop really is the harmonizing of our physical existence. Right? And this is a balance. This is like a weightlessness, right? And we wonder how long it's going to last. You know, sometimes we get, and I think that's what the Seven of Swords is doing over here, because we get this kind of weightless feeling in life, and we just think, it's like the Wile E. Coyote syndrome, right? As long as you're just running forward and you're going through this doorway and we're leveling up and we're doing this thing, then we're fine. But as soon as we kind of stop and realize, hey, I'm kind of floating in midair here, as soon as you look down, that's when you're going to fall. And that's, I think, the Seven of Swords here. It says, don't question this. Don't be suspicious of your success. You have to run with it. It is the universe pushing you forward. You're being guided over the chasm like the Wile E. Coyote, but as soon as you stop and look down, falls right down. So the sixth there, this is that weightlessness. This is that beauty and harmony, that everything's kind of sparkling a little bit more than usual. Everybody seems to be getting along a little better than usual. Everything seems to be falling in place, right? Or not. Maybe that's the wrong metaphor. Maybe everything is seems suspended in air, in this perfect kind of balance. We're going to go the path of the serpent, and as I do this, I'd like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free. Doesn't cost you anything. And leave some comments for me. I really enjoy reading all of your comments. I appreciate you. So the Six of Cups, this is us sharing our gift with the world in a way. This is the abundance within you, finding a match in the abundance outside of you, right? As within, so without, as above, so below. And there's this abundance of love, right? It's kind of, you know, your love connectors are finding an appropriate match, you know, out there in the world. So there's a real mesh, there's a real harmony with hearts here, right? And it could be, this very much could be romantic, okay? Finding our kind of perfect complement, perfect match out in the world. But this is more about your feeling that connection with the world in general, right? It's really this sense of love and support and tranquility and well-being that you're creating for yourself. I think all of these sixes together are what happiness is. We see happiness described in the Nine of Cups. But I think if we were to break that down, it's really going to be, well, let's break it down. We had a Nine of Cups, right? We've got 3, 3, and 3. We've got a 3 in the physical realm. Well, there we have the 3 in the physical realm that is now found its match, found its equal. It's found a balance, right? It's internal and external balance, so the 3 becomes a 6. We see a 3 in the mental emotional realm, that the second layer of that Nine of Cups, right? And that's what we've got here. The mental emotional realm, balanced, 6, finding its harmony with the external, right? So it's above and below, it's internal and external, that we're finding a lot of harmony. And there's a lot of love and beauty and joy and this kind of peace of heart, this tranquility. You're finding, and this really is finding that the world resonates with you, and you it. Finding people who feel the same way that you feel. That are on, you know, that have a similar kind of drive and love and passion in their hearts as you. You know. And then with the 6 of Swords in the environment is really, really a good one, because it's your relationships generally. And I think that this is you finding people that understand you, finding your people. All of this here really is about you finding the happiness that you've always wanted in terms of your physical environment, your emotional state, your relationships and connections, right? The sharing of knowledge and experience, the sharing of energy. And in a spiritual sense too. Happiness is the finding the completion really of all these areas of life. And so we got a Nine of Cups. This is really a strange time in your life, because it's almost as if even if you try, no one really is going to find any kind of conflict with you. Right? It's a strange feeling of like conversations just come easy. Understanding what people mean and you being able to communicate what you mean, what you feel, seems effortless. There's this harmony in our words right now. So it's almost like even if you tried to have an argument, it just wouldn't happen, right? Because everything is in this kind of weightless, suspended state. And while we're up here floating around, we've got nothing to argue about, right? It's not until we look down and we come kind of falling back to earth that we get into a little bit of disagreements and communication goes haywire, which it will eventually. We've got a 7 of Swords here. But this is in the position of what we don't want. This is the obstacle. And this is really the card that says, look, don't look for problems where there aren't any. Just enjoy this ride for however long it lasts. Try to suspend this feeling forever. That feeling of following your bliss, your passions, of really living the kind of life that you want, of being the happiness that you've always wanted, right? Getting it, but giving it, you know? Because you have a real opportunity to build your future now. And let's stay in this zone. Let's stay in this mode. And so we overcome, even though there might be opportunities for conflict, there might be the impulse to kind of argue or, let's try to avoid this card. Okay, let's stay on our path because we got this next 6 coming. And this is the 6 of Wands. This is victory. This is you achieving the happiness that you've always wanted. And again, it's not for you alone. It's something that is inspiring to others. If at the very least, even if you're a complete hermit, right, you are still a shining example for people, whether you know it or not. When any one person wakes up, it helps the rest of us wake up. Right? When you achieve the kind of life that you really truly desire in your soul, it helps the rest of us. It inspires the rest of us to do the same. You're living your best life here. Yeah. And it feels right now that there's no room for any kind of conflict or anything else. These are the best cards right here. All of the 6s and the Wheel of Fortune and the Eon or Judgment card. This is really going to take your life in a completely just wild and crazy direction of this kind of success and this kind of harmony. It's going to seem like it's too good to be true. You're telling me I got all 4 6s in the reading? There's something must be wrong here. Well, let's look at the mystery card. Maybe that will convince you. If you have a prediction about this card, put your answer down in the comments. Well, I'm going to say a 9 of Cups, right? Because we already started to break down the 9 of Cups to show how we have the harmony and resonance. And what we're talking about here is like we have a 3. So you have this satisfaction and abundance within you, and then it's like we're sharing it. And that's why the Knight of Cups is giving the cup away, but also receiving. It's a giving and receiving of love and kindness and generosity and spirit and passion and compassion. It's an exchange, right? And that's what we've got with the 3 and the 3 to make the 6. So really what we're creating is a happy life that mirrors itself in the external world. We're a 9 of Cups, and then it's reflecting out as another 9 of Cups. If we could have a 12 of Cups, that's what we would have, right? Anyway, I think that this mystery card is the 9 of Cups. Oh, it's the 9 of Pentacles. Well, this is okay too, because it's that 9. It's that every level of being, right? It's the physical satisfaction that is now finding its complement out in the world. The mental emotional satisfaction that is now being given, being expressed, finding its complement out in the world, finding its place in the cosmos, and the psychic, spiritual, creative, cooperative, the sense of community. There's this satisfaction within, and it's from feeling satisfied within us that we then want to express that outwardly. You're living your best life, right? This is you in there. You've got your pets, your plants, your people. You're living your best life. This is the happiness that you've always wanted. And here it comes. That makes me very happy. So you're already being an inspiration to me. We're going to do an extended reading too. If you want to stick around, you can click on the link up there in the corner. That'll give you access to all of the extended readings, not just for Virgo, but for every sign. You can cross-watch, check your other placements, maybe check the Cancer reading. Okay. I'm here every day from 6 to 8 a.m. Chicago time. I hope you'll come back and see me again tomorrow. The Virgo-specific readings are on Tuesdays and Saturdays, but you can come every day. Right? Let's hang out. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Totally free, costs you nothing. Yeah. I thank you. And I love you. And we're all in this together.